Hey everybody. So deer season starts up pretty soon and I got my deer rifle out and I figured I'd do a review on it. This is actually the first gun I ever bought myself. This is a Marlin 336W 3030 and I love this gun. When I bought it, the first year I hunted with it, I actually hunted with it without a scope on it and just used the iron sights on it, and it did good. You know, I was really impressed with it, and it does good at the range without the scope on it too. After that, I put a Bushnell scope on it. I had that on there for a couple years, and it was good, but it didn't do great in low light level situations. So this year, I did a little upgrade to it. Got the Nikon Pro Staff on here, and went out to the range last weekend and shot this. And if you look, and let me zoom in here, you'll notice I used the Blackhawk mounts that I put on the Ruger 1022 project. Now here's the reason I like these. When you mount a scope, and you have one screw and you tighten up that one screw or two screws to clamp the scope down and make everything tight, if you have a level on it and you watch what happens to the bubble in the level, you'll notice the scope can roll to either side, so you really have to be careful when you tighten up those screws. What the Blackhawk mounts offer me, and let me try to zoom in a little closer here, is you see how they have 3 screws on each side? When you mount the scope and you slowly tighten them, you can do them in a diagonal pattern, in a crisscross, and you can watch the bubble in the level, and it's a whole lot easier to control. So out of a functionality standpoint and making things easily mountable, I really like that about this gun. Another thing that makes this gun important to me is, I've probably told you this before in a prior video, but my brother died in a motorcycle accident actually. And he always carried a buffalo nickel on him. He was in the military and he carried that for good luck. And he carried it for years. So that's something I actually embedded in the stock myself. All I did was carve out a section there, mount the buffalo nickel, and that's actually casting epoxy in there, and that's been in there probably for a couple years now. And haven't had any problems with it, hasn't popped out, hasn't loosened up. And it's kind of like a good luck charm. When I hang on to the gun, it's right next to the handle, so it kind of just gives me a little extra boost. I also like this gun just because it has that old feel to it. I really like lever action guns. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not predisposed to liking some guns over other guns just because of the action in them. I do have a bolt action 270. I just prefer this gun just because of the way it feels. I'm more of an old timer when it comes to guns. I really like the lever action. I also like this because where my father-in-law and I hunt, we hunt in really thick brush. And this particular gun happens to be shorter than my 270, probably by like 5 or 6 inches on the barrel. So when you put it on your back, you're not tearing the barrel through branches. So anyway, that's the review. There's not much else to tell on it. It's just one of the favorite guns in my collection. I'm finally doing a review on it. So thanks for watching and have a good day.